Hi, fifth graders. Mrs. Oliver here. I'm going to go over some of the comprehension that goes with your story for this week. We are on Unit 2, Week 5, and you have two poems. One is called A Simple Plan, and the other one is called Rescue. You can find them on your floppy book pages 150 through 153. The first poem, A Simple Plan, is narrative, which means the person telling the story is the narrator, and they are explaining their point of view and their actions throughout the poem. We are introduced to a little boy named Jack, and he is kind of planning his day every day to make someone's life a little bit easier and a little bit better. He plans to change the world by doing those random acts of kindness. Our poem Rescue, however, is freestyle, meaning that it has no pattern. So it doesn't have a rhyme scheme, it doesn't have repetition. And this one is focusing on an oil spill and how that affects the environment and also the animals that live there. Your comprehension strategy for this week is repetition and rhyme. And you can notice that in this excerpt that I have here, it uses the word spill over and over, and it also uses the words as if. They're doing that to show emphasis that the oil spill is really terrible. You may see things like that repeated in a poem, which wants extra attention. Also, if you think about songs that you really like, a lot of times they have a chorus, which is a repeated section of the song, and songs are truly just poetry. So you see repetition very often. Rhyming are things that have repeated sounds like cat, mat, sat, fat, things like that. Our comprehension skill for the week is theme. And I was focusing on this graphic organizer, applying it to a simple plan. So I took a couple pieces of evidence throughout the poem. I think I'll change the world. I thought, why bother? The change starts with me. Those details all lead to how Jake feels. Jake feels that he can change the world one kind act at a time. That is the lesson that Jake wants us to take away from the poem when he is explaining kind of his attitude towards every day. I hope this helped you understand your poems a little bit better this week, and I'll catch you next week.